Hey, Nick here. Wanted to come on, send out a video about nutrition as it's one of the biggest things I get questions about. So because of that, been starting to develop a nutrition program to kind of go about how I use nutrition to help myself, which is a lot different than what most people would probably think and what a lot of people are asking for, looking for, because a lot of the questions I get is how do I do what I do? How do I look how I look? Which is basically like, what are your secrets? Because I think we all kind of know what to do. We're just hoping that somebody gives us something easier, or maybe that we just like better than what we currently do. And the problem I see for a lot of people is that you're trying to do something that somebody else tells you to do, and you call that discipline. And the reality is, discipline is you doing what you want to do and then telling yourself when you don't want to do it why you're doing it. Whereas we try to get somebody to put us on a plan, put us on a program, and then we have to stay disciplined on the program, where that's not discipline. That's somebody else telling us what to do and creating discipline for us. And then when they stop doing it, we stop doing it. And for me, how I look at it is, write yourself a letter. You don't have to, but think of it. Who do you want to be? And write a letter to yourself as that person. Or in 5 years, pretend you're that person. Pretend you have the body, the performance, the aesthetics, the money, whatever it is. Pretend you have that in 5 years. And then ask yourself, what did that person have to do to get there? What did that person have to do to be at the place where they are, which we all know actually wouldn't make them the happiest. They're going to want more. But take out the emotion in the future, which is already what we do. We just look at what we want and we say, I want to be there, but we don't put the emotion involved, which is why we say, I'm going to start Monday on a Friday. And then Monday comes and we forget that, like, I still don't want to do it. I still don't want to start. That's discipline. The secret that I use is, if I want to win the games, if I want to look a certain way, if I want to have something, be a specific type of person, and I can foresee that person in the future, what would that person be doing on a daily basis? And here's the secret. You don't get to wait till you're that person to start doing it. You have to start doing it today, like right now. And the secret is that person because they did those things for a long time, not because they started them on that day. So the biggest problem we all have is that we hope to become somebody to then do the things that they do, where it takes doing the things that they did to get where they are for a long time. And what we try to do, if we are that person who says, I want to be there and I want to go there now, we add. So we go 150% of what's necessary to get there faster, and it's unsustainable. We can't do it. We change crazy things in our diet. We restrict ourselves. We do all of these things that no one in their right mind would do for their entire life, and you wouldn't do for your entire life. So you're not going to become the person that 150% of what is necessary will end up actually making you the person you want to be. It's just going to make you hate the process, and you're going to come up with something at the end of it to make you feel better. And you're going to create this positive stigma around something negative, like eating crap, because you finally get to. So my secret is, do pretty much everything that person would do, and then you can have some little bit of lapses in there. So if you do 90% of everything that the person you want to be would do, you're going to be really close to becoming that person. We also will do 50%, hoping that gives us our 100%. We'll put half of the things into play, crossing our fingers that it will make us who we want to be. It's not going to happen. You literally have to do everything that person would do to become that person. Otherwise, you have to change your ideas around who you want to be. It is the biggest secret that no one is willing to listen to, that in order to be somebody, you have to do what that person would be doing when you're not them. We all want to wait until the moment that we are the person to do what they would do. It doesn't work like that. And it's frustrating because I get to experience things in life because of what I've done. It doesn't work in the way where I get to experience amazing things, therefore I will start doing stuff. No, our experiences are literally a byproduct of our actions. So if you want to experience something, you have to put forth the action to experience it. And I can't tell you when that's going to happen. But I can tell you 100%, if you put forth as much as you possibly can towards becoming that person that you want to be, you're not going to miss by much. And the cool thing is, if you did 75% and you became 75% of the person that you've always wanted to be, pretty sure you're not going to be very mad. And you have to take responsibility for that. I think we will blame people. If you're blaming a spouse, you're blaming somebody else, or you have a situation that you don't believe allows you to become that person, then you've already chosen not to. It's a choice. You've chosen not to. There is no excuse in the world that literally doesn't allow you that. There are people that are in situations that are horrible. They still have a choice of how to think, of how to feel, and they're stuck. And for most of us, we're not stuck. We've just chosen not to move. And we've chosen that because we don't think we have choices. So the choice to become somebody that you want to become is all yours. And you have all the ability in the world to become that person. So my secret to nutrition is, in most things, find out what is the person that you want to be, what would they do? And if you're not sure what that takes, then you have to ask somebody, but you can't ask somebody and not like their answer. You can't ask 50 people and find 50 different answers and then pick the one you like the best. You have to be able to follow through with it. So my secret to you is, who do you see yourself being? Write a letter as them to yourself. Do the things today and make it small. Make one thing for the next month. Add one thing every day that would make that person proud. And then when you become them, you won't even know you're them. And that's the crazy part. You won't even know when you're there. And by the time that you are there, you probably would have been there for a while and other people will start telling you. And you won't believe it. So, as my dog's drinking his water, as you can probably hear, he's been barking and stuff. I'm just going to leave it at that. As far as any questions on nutrition, you can shoot me a message. There's no secret. There's no special supplement. There's no nothing. Literally, figure out who you want to be. So, I'd love to hear your feedback on this. Probably not what you were expecting necessarily, but if you sat through this, I appreciate it. Let me know what your thoughts are. Shoot me any messages that you have, and I'm going to try to put out some more information on this. More details of certain things that I actually do. But you are the thing that matters more than what I think. It's what you want. What do you want? How are you going to do it? Who are you going to be? And what would they do? So, crush it, 2020.